So I guess we're just supposed to continue normally, knowing that 9/11 was orchestrated. Biden has a body double. It was shot in 2019. Aliens are real. Cloning for humans is real. They hunt humans. They eat babies. They are literally pedophiles who run trafficking rings and sell babies and buy babies from governments to run the world with, and that they are reversing aging by drinking the blood of the youth, and we're not doing anything but will march for any fucking reason but that? Come on! So I guess
I still got to pay taxes? Are you serious with this? Bullshit.
All right. Whoop whoop, y'all. What's going on? It's Saturday. It is a Thuggalo Files episode. Agenda 13 because we don't do 12.
Yeah, fuck 12. We ain't got any kind of 12 in our bodies.
No, I skipped Agenda 12 and then gaming. Or we played video games. It was like from 12 to 13 too, or 11 to 13. Should I say?
Yeah, because ain't no 12. We don't fuck with 12. You heard?
No.
But like you said, tonight we got Thuggalo Files because the world is fucked. The world is just fucked. We all know that. We're not going to sit here and sugarcoat it for everybody. It's fucked. So he's got a couple of interesting videos. I've got a couple of interesting videos. We're not really like on topic tonight. We're just gonna we're gonna play videos. Do you have a
topic? I really did. I had a topic I wanted to discuss, but I'm like, fuck it, dude. I got too many good videos that had been saved up and shit that weren't really about my topic. So I'm like, well, fuck it.
Yeah, and you know what's cool is instead of just picking a topic and rambling on for 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever, we can play a video, ramble on about our personal, what we think about is happening here in that situation. And then it also gives a chat time to discuss it too, because I know everybody else is quote unquote conspiracy theories, even though all of our conspiracies.
Oh yeah, it brings us to the next video, right?
Remember, everybody, conspiracy theorist was a term made by the CIA. All right, remember that.
Perhaps you've seen this guy.
Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. Conspiracy theorists are up something like 37 to nothing.
Senator Kennedy for the win.
And I remember it being a time in like 2020, 2021 where I was called crazy for believing that, the millionaires and billionaires are eating children and drinking their blood.
Yeah, who was it? Alex Jones.
Yep. That crazy feller.
But obviously he's definitely compromised now because if somebody brought up the fact is how the fuck do you go that many years saying all this shit and then once you're proven to be right, you're just like, I'm good, guys.
Well, because he doesn't have no more money.
I got shit to do.
You know what's crazy though is he wasn't in the Epstein files.
Trans rights instead.
Hey, at least he wasn't in the Epstein files though. I mean, yeah, they're gonna make up some more because he's still alive.
Right there, right? You know what I mean? That's blackmail. It's like if you don't play ball, we'll put your name in the Epstein files.
And then we'll go to war after.
Well, I mean, not go to war after. We're gonna do it at the same time.
At the same damn time, releasing files, dropping bombs at the same damn time.
Man, there's so much going on in the world right now. It's fucking crazy. Crazy.
Predictions going around right now are outlandish.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot, and then there's a lot of people who are just like, man, there was some chick at work that was trying, like, you know, I mean, I'd give her A for effort, bro. She was trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, she would be like, yeah, the Rothschilds, you know who they are, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like you sound like, yeah, you definitely, I don't know. It was just funny because it was like, nah. It's like, yeah, well, this is why this and this that you just said. But yeah, no, everybody got to start somewhere, I suppose.
Keep digging down that Rothschild's bank. He'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely there.
was she saying something about that had something to do with Iran and all that?
Oh yeah, you know how it is with their evil fucking, like she's like they get together and they eat babies and all this shit, and like obviously it was,
Wow.
yeah, it was craziness.
Spewing basic TV Fox News shit.
I mean, she's onto something in a way.
She is, yes, but you're looking the wrong way.
Especially with it, like, cause she's like they get together in the woods and everything like that, but she probably don't know. You know what I mean?
You're looking right. Just maybe go a little bit that way and look a little bit that way. You're on the right path.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Rothschilds are fucking old, and they've been around for a long time.
And they funded both sides of every war that's ever happened.
Some would say they've been doing that since 1885.
Some would say.
Been planning World War III.
The Rothschilds were trying to start a world war since 1885 because the Zionist International Congress at Basel, Switzerland, has called for 3 world wars. At the end of the Third World War, they would control the entire world. 1 billion Christians and fighting a war to the death against 1 billion Muslims, which will leave Israel in charge.
Sound familiar?
So he's on the right path. He's on the right path. Now, I don't think it's exactly going to happen what he says, but please continue.
Was predicted at the 6th International Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland in 1896. So after Zionist Congress in 1896, you had World War I, World War II, and now we have World War III. At the end of World War I, the Rothschilds organized a number of groups called, one was the Royal Institute of International Affairs in London. It's called Chatham House. And that is the think tank of all of Europe today. And although its headquarters in London, the real headquarters are in Brussels, which is the headquarters of the Lambert family, which is part of the Rothschild family.
He cut him off, but yeah. They old. They've been around for a while. They've been doing it for a while.
Rothschilds go back even further than that too. Rothschilds go back to Napoleonic era.
Right. I believe it. That name, even that name itself, is old as fuck, bro. And like, so one of the things I explained to her about the Rothschild is like we had to explain to her that why are they so rich? Why are they so powerful in the first place? Well, it's because of the central banking. It's because they brought fucking all the money into being controlled.
That
of course they'd want a one world government, because if you have one world government and you have one currency, then they're already the fucking lead bank. So who the fuck's gonna get all that currency? It's gonna be them. They're gonna control it. They're gonna be the fucking Walmart of the retail industry.
Listen, this is what do they say?
Family, dude, the Waltons are fucking crazy too, bro. Let's just be real.
You know, you talk about how they acquired their bread. You know, the Rothschilds also put a lot of money into America. When I say that, they helped fund the railroads. They helped fund, when I tell you guys that they helped fund both sides of every single war that you can imagine, is because there's money to be made in war, right?
Were they not involved in the East Trading Company too?
I don't know that far back.
Okay.
I don't know that far back.
That's something I'd have to look into.
But I do know you said the one central banking system. Now, if you guys want to go look a little bit deeper, you will find that there's only been a certain number of countries over the last like 30, 40 years that don't have a Rothschild central bank inside of them. And I'm not saying nothing, but maybe if you look at what countries didn't have banks inside them and where we ended up going to war over these last 50 years, you might see correlation. You might see correlation. You might see that Iran is one of those countries as well.
The Rothschild was not directly involved in the East Indian Trading Company. They're just credited for the financial growth of the world.
Yeah, the Rothschilds are no joke, and I think like they're all 100 years old or some shit like that.
Something. They definitely got some shit going on with them. Because these people are evil, bro. Like, this is one of the videos that it's about Biden. I do
Joe Byron?
I do believe it is. But it's one that I've seen before, but it's just kind of like how can you believe that they're not pedophiles after watching shit like this? You know what I mean?
Stand right next to me. There you go. And then we're gonna have. There you go. Got it. Okay.
These are all fucking press conferences. Things like files, fucking computers and shit. This is on fucking
I remember this shit live. Yeah.
Yeah, right. When they were calling out fucking him from doing it.
You remember that? No, not smile. No, thank you. Hey, Angel, how old are you? I'm 12. What you did? How are you? The problem is, you know, you guys, you got a hard time. All right, sister. I like kids better than people.
I know you do. You know you do.
It's sick, dude.
You know what my
granddaughter said? All right, so that's not the same Joe Biden that it was back in 1995, 2000 even. Yeah. That's not the same Joe Biden.
I think that is the real one.
No,
I think the one that became. Oh wait, no, because that's during his presidency. All that footage is during his presidency, isn't it? So you're right. That might be the replacement.
Joe Biden. Something happened to him way back in the day because Joe Biden hated people, dude. Like, hated. I sound racist, but like he hated black folk. Like if you go back and listen to him, he hated it. He still does. Yes.
Even during his presidency.
Oh shit, Swills. Whoop. What's good, gang? Dude, there's multiple videos of him going off the rails and yeah. I think that we had a clone or some kind, because y'all know clones exist. We all know clones exist. Cause... Look at Gucci Mane. Don't play.
We all know clones exist.
None of this is real? Nope. So you're just passing.
We don't matter. We don't matter.
Then I watched everybody.
That wasn't him, though. You've seen that, right?
Miles an hour.
Yeah.
They came out and said that. Yeah, they came out and said that was allegedly some actor guy.
Yeah, in prosthetics. But then later on, they said no, that Jim Carrey did say that was him. And then they said no. And then they said yeah. And then I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't even think they do. I think it's what I think that's what this video is about. Is them
Exposing that they can do that.
Yeah, and
You think so?
It's all a ploy because like Jim Carrey was definitely a whistleblower, bro.
Not our world.
None of this is real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through?
matter. We don't matter.
Then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
Is that a gang sign? Have you?
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. It is a scraping.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. I'm sick of it.
And they put this shit in our faces. You know why they put this shit in our faces? Because they have to. That's how they stay in power. That's how they stay in power. They put it, they like Alex Jones says, you know, they give us the blueprint and tell us what they're going to do before they actually do it. But you just have to fucking pay attention.
So I think it's a couple reasons, right? So desensitize, like kind of what they talk about with like Project Blue Beam, or like putting all the UFO shit in our fucking media.
They're getting us ready.
Desensitize us to it. And then I think maybe the other reason is like they do the humiliation rituals and shit like that. So like then they gotta make fucking people like MJK come out wearing all fucking looking like a dyed paint version of fucking Ryuk from Death Note. You know what I mean? Like you gotta I don't know. I think like that's why they like also throw it down in our faces because
well, no, the humiliation thing I think has a point of the humiliation thing. I think they use as a look, we can make you all the way down here and then we can take you and rise you all the way up to the fucking stardom. You know what I mean? Because right after MGK wore that pink shit and did all that stupid shit, what? He got #1 fucking dilly-dally on the hit list. Or who else did in that? I want to say Mike Tyson did the latest humiliation ritual by losing like he did to fucking Jake Paul or whatever Paul.
Taking the dive.
Yep, and that took Jake Paul from where he was at to even more where he was at. It's all, and they put that shit in our faces, bro.
Oh yeah.
I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and look at him trying to come it up. It's hilarious. And, you know, and I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do? Who? This thing is buzzing. Hold on. They're trying to turn us into, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this.
And
yeah. Listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some.
what happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus.
That's bullshit, obviously. At the end.
Yeah, the last part, but like you said, bro, it's like obviously thrown in the faces and shit.
That's how they get their power. That
cloning,
that sacrificing and other shit. Bad stuff. It's all bad stuff.
Definitely some evil shit going on at some evil places. So, speaking of evil places.
Hold on. What do you mean Brandon Buckingham shot somebody? I didn't see that.
Wait. I was going to ask about the Michael Jordan thing, but from Big Nit too, but what the fuck did you just say, Swill?
Yeah. What? Because I know he's back to good now. He peep his TikTok. Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on.
Da-na-na-na. But yeah, Nit, where'd you go? What'd you say about Michael Jordan? What about Michael Jordan? I ain't seen nothing about him.
Damn! What?
Show what? Can you show it on here or no?
Yeah.
Is it a
He
stunt?
didn't get shot. He peeped. Hang on, here you go.
Is this the Chicago one?
Howard that sucker punched me and tried to rob me. I hope that shit was worth it because you didn't get $1 and you still got shot like 4 or 5 times, bitch ass.
Sheesh. Hey, that's why he's the GOAT. Huh?
Oh, damn. I might not play this one, but yeah, fuck it. The world needs to know.
Oh, this ain't getting monetized anyways.
It's disturbing as fuck, but it's the world needs to know. Michael Jordan is a pervert.
No. Well, Michael Jordan. Oh yeah, you didn't see this?
No. When was this? Is this older or new?
This was I would say like a month ago.
Not that it fucking matters, but
what do you think is going on here?
I don't fucking know, dude. But I don't.
Because you have absolutely no context of what's going on here, do you?
No, but
right.
So then he tickles the back of his leg, bro. That's more disturbing than him just grabbing the fucking back of his shirt.
So here's the official
story.
Like
he was grabbing the shirt, but that leg tickle, dude, is disturbing.
Here's the official story. Nope, go back to that.
Oh shit!
Can you go back to that? Right where you were at? Because this was a big story that I listened to and I watched and I listened to every single thing that they could talk about to this because I didn't want to believe that Jordan was some kind of pervert. All right, so you look how you see that kid. Pay attention. Don't pay attention to his hands and shit right now. You see how that kid's shirt is wet. You would say. So in this whole situation right here, what happened just now was Michael Jordan is the owner of this NASCAR 500, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. Right. And they just won a championship, right? Now what happened was the kid and him both just got the fucking thing where they dump the ice on you, you know, like they do with coaches and shit, where they fucking dump you. Yeah, you won. And they dump ice on you. The story was that the kid had ice in his shirt and that MJ was fucking patting him off and trying to get the ice out of his britches and his leg. But I don't like the pinch. I don't like that pinch. That pinch right there. Don't like that. Don't like that.
No, there ain't no ice in that shirt, dog.
Don't like that at all. That's what the story was.
That is him touching the back of his leg.
The up is what gets me too.
Yeah. That dude, that's what they're trying to say is
that was the story coming. That was MJ's story, and that was what his team had said because apparently he works with that kid for like. Apparently he works with that family, so that kid is very accustomed to him
being there. Obviously, he didn't fucking even turn around, honestly. But like, it's just still you don't
what are you doing? And that's MJ too, man. That's like, damn.
Yeah,
Childhood
so,
heroes for a lot of people.
It is a different kind of weird. Will would he do that in public if he was a pervert? I mean, we just watched all that footage of Biden, bro.
That's a different fucking story.
I know you said it. Like he said, it's a different kind of weird, but
and you know what? I don't grab my kids like that.
Public, I don't think so, man. I think they're gonna throw it in our faces, desensitize us. They want us to not fucking care anymore, bro. Is what it is. They were preparing for this. They were preparing for the fucking Epstein files to come out. They were preparing for all of us to find out that they're pedophile, elite, fucking Satanist, or whatever the fuck it is. And that's why it was like Disney Channel was fucking doing all that shit. It was just so we won't want to. What was it? Somebody said it was like basically oh yeah, 2026 aliens are real, but accountability isn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's because like no one's fucking. There's 2 countries made 2 arrests of their fucking elites, bro. 2 countries made 2 arrests. We haven't did shit, to be honest with you, but arrest the man that faked his death and let him live in fucking, where was it, Cuba?
And the UK has taken Prince Charles's king shit from him. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so there's 2 countries that did shit. It was fucking the UK disowning and fucking pressing charges against Charles. And then there was Switzerland did their ex-prime minister or some shit like that. They arrested him. I can't remember which one it was. But so Epstein's house, his ranch, Zorro Ranch.
Yep.
Somebody just bought that bitch.
Zorro Ranch, yep.
Yeah.
That was
Somehow it just got crazier than it already was. So you may know Don Huffins, the new owner of Zorro Ranch, where they're doing biological experiments. Jeff planned to create a genetic army of himself by impregnating women on that ranch. Well, the new owner bought it and said he's making it into a Christian retreat camp.
What could go wrong?
Be right back.
Now you have plans to take something evil and bring it into goodness, bring it into light and positivity. Tell us about that plan.
Well, of course, that is the main reason I bought the property. This was obviously a dark place, and we wanted to put light in a dark place. It always shines the brightest when you do that. My faith is so strong in Jesus, and it really is. And I'm going to make this, the plan all along is to make this property into a Christian retreat. As a matter of fact, it's under construction today. And
so really, that's the reason you bought it? By the way, remember when they took this ritual graveyard and turned it into a tennis court on Little St. James Island? That was weird, right? Wonder why they did that. If you're agreeing with his reasoning, hold on 1 minute. We'll come right back to that. So we know that Zorro Ranch is where allegedly there is some ritual abuse and some allegedly people buried, under the ranch. And while there's a new investigation or warrant, it says nothing about digging around Zorro Ranch. But did you hear what I heard? He's already started construction on that Zorro Ranch. That reminds me of something. I don't know. So the new ranch owner, we know that his son works for the administration. We also know his connections and that he's got a hefty endorsement from TPUSA. But wait, let's go back. Let's get back to the important part. You're going to turn this demonic, evil, debauchery ranch into a Christian playground? All you people using Jesus for your narratives, have you ever actually read the Bible? When God was directing the Hebrews to go into these evil pagan cities and take them over, what did he say? He didn't say turn the darkness into the light and just build onto it. No, he said destroy all of it, to burn it down to the ground. You bought the ranch to cover up all the evil, and now you're using Jesus as an excuse. Put all the lipstick you want to on that pig, it's still a pig.
Dude, my pre-roll hash hole is Zittles, all right?
Sizzles?
Eggs. So you got the rainbow, right? ROYGBIV. I don't know what the fuck it stands for, but that's the who the fuck greenlit that? I'm gonna smoke it. Gonna smoke it anyways.
Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can go to jmail.com and it'll give you a list, or it's just like Gmail, except for you're logged into Jeffrey Epstein's email. So you can go through there and read all through the emails and find a bunch of here. Let me show you.
Hopefully some of it's redacted.
It is.
Okay.
This was made by somebody who went through all of them, and
damn,
from what we got, this is literally just like a.
The problem with that is the same problem with the Bible. What did they add? What did they take out? That's what I want to know. Everybody, because it's for his agenda.
You don't like doing that? Go do this. Where's it at?
I love that formatting.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier instead of having to do this.
Like they did it. Yeah.
You have to go all the way here. 18 years. Then you have to go.
God, it's just so excruciating.
Look at all this.
As somebody who has, like, you know what I mean, like a hard drive and shit with like movies and games and emulators and shit like that, like, dude, it just.
Here's an hour stream.
Death. That's from his death right there.
Yep, this is that night.
Which, why does he have a divider, bro? Why does he have one of these up? Why is he allowed to have one of those in prison?
A divider.
What is that right there?
Right here?
No, the wood. Behind
Over
the
here?
track. Yeah, what is that?
So this is his room. Or this is his room.
Okay.
One of these two are his cells. And he got sent by himself.
Inside of the cell. Okay.
No. This is looking directly at his door and his neighbor's door, because this was the camera angle that the Trump fucking administration gave us to try to prove that he killed himself, that nobody was in and out of here that night. But when the Justice Department released this back in like a couple months ago, they trimmed it, right? You could clearly see that there was like 2 minutes overlapping. And they said that every night at midnight, our cameras restart and it takes a minute or two before it picks back up, so that there's missing footage. My personal belief is I think this man's still alive.
Oh, yeah.
I think they moved him out of there playing Fortnite. Yep.
In Cuba.
Yep. I don't know about Cuba.
No, it was Israel. Is where they said that he was fucking
playing.
Somebody was saying his fucking shit was active out of Israel and shit, so they were trying to bring it all back together, which makes sense because obviously he himself is fucking looks Jewish as fuck. I don't know if he ever claimed it or not. But we do know that Ghislaine, or whatever the fuck her name is, Maxwell's dad is Jewish, and she is too. And they had like ties to Israel in some fucking sort of way.
She was her dad was Mossad, was not. So what they said on paper was he was not a Mossad agent, which Mossad is like Israelis CIA kind of. On paper, Maxwell Ghislaine was not a Mossad agent, but when he died, he got the highest honor that you could get from the country of Israel, which was only reserved for Mossad agents at the time. So he was also a double agent. He was also a lot. Also, Ghislaine Maxwell also has her submarine pilot's license too. I don't know if you knew that.
Submarine license?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a normal thing for somebody to get.
For sure.
I got this guy. So
we're still on
I think I think we're kind of This has some ties to Israel and shit, but everything else I have is moving on from that subject.
Think back to that apartment complex in North Miami, the one that mysteriously collapsed into rubble.
They want to silence me. I will not allow.
Rescuers are on the scene of that building collapse near Miami.
Almost like a real-life Building 7 moment. That was the Surfside Ball Harbor area. And here's where it gets strange. John McAfee died that same night. Building collapsed just...
Dude, I remember him dying.
I know. You know about John McAfee?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked his episode of Rogan, actually.
He was trying to put some shit out there.
Yeah, he was.
What he was trying to do. Yep.
Yeah, that episode of Rogan was really interesting.
a few hours after John McAfee's death. It only gets stranger. After the collapse...
So I don't know. I haven't fact-checked any of this that he's saying. I don't know if he was in this building or not.
American emergency response teams weren't the ones leading the digging operation. You can look this up. They brought in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, to sift through the rubble.
Right.
Ron DeSantis even held a ceremony praising them for their work. But
fact-check this. I don't know.
But here's the question no one wants to touch. How did the IDF end up handling an American disaster site? And why that building, just hours after McAfee's death?
I can tell you exactly why. We all know why. You just gotta dig. That's all you gotta do is dig a little bit.
So yes, the IDF did investigate the explosion on the building in whoa, wait a minute. No. That's in Lebanon. That is not the building I was looking for.
What were you looking up?
John, that building.
Oh, yeah.
The John McAfee, the Chaplain Tower. On June 24th, 2021, a large section of the 12-story condo suddenly collapsed. 98 people died in the disaster. The cause is still under investigation, but evidence points to long-term structural deterioration, waterproof failures, and concrete damage in the pool deck / garage area. The Israel Defense Forces search and rescue teams came to Florida to help find victims because many residents were Jewish and Israel with specialized disaster rescue units has. So yeah, that's true. The tech entrepreneur John McAfee did not die in the Surfside collapse. He died in Barcelona prison after being arrested in Spain on U.S. tax charges.
Hey.
So yes and no.
Diesel's right.
You're
right, Diesel.
Yeah. Without getting into it too much, man. You gotta be careful what you say.
Yes.
So you want to go into years before we move on? Because what I got is the reset.
Yeah.
The weird fucking power thingy, and then UFOs. And then
right.
I can't remember the video that had the 4 of them. I can't remember.
Have you seen this one?
Is your money dirty money? If you live it might just ask.
Yeah.
No, it's not. So in fact,
Why is it not dirty money?
Because I earned it a heart.
But you.
What a
you
nerd!
earned
He
it.
sounds like such a fucking nerd.
We went back to this before. You earned
Yes.
it. You earned it. Advising the worst people in the world, right? That do enormous bad things, and just to make more money. You're a mathematician. We walked into that clinic where they're giving that money out to these people that are in the most dire straits of poverty and sickness, and told them that the money was coming from a, what are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
Was tier 1's the highest and worst?
No, so I'm
The lowest?
I'm the lowest.
You're the lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest.
Is in the files.
But a criminal.
Yes.
That the money came from. What percentage of people do you estimate? I understand you don't like probabilities. Do you estimate would say, I don't care, I want the money for my children?
I would say everyone said, I want the money for my children.
Did they know where the money came from?
If I think if you told them,
if
I told them the devil,
100%.
the devil
himself.
The devil himself said, I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
I do
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember, the devil is
Was the
somebody
devil
knows
smart?
it. Is your money dirty money?
This fucking guy.
Right.
This fucking guy.
No, but I have a good mirror. Whatever.
Literally just pisses me off with that shit. Here, let's switch. Let's switch. You want to switch it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's switch it up. Here, check this one out. This one's pretty cool. Oh.
Oh, yeah, the Dolphins.
It's a bunch of people that didn't know that it was illegal to talk to dolphins. Let's go and dive in this hole for rabbits. See, now, it is against the law to interact with dolphins unless you are in an aquarium, zoo, theme park, etc. The reason for this is to not protect the dolphins, but to stop humans from developing a connection with mammals that are actually smarter than us. Dolphins have a cerebral cortex that is 40% larger than humans. Then they go along to say that they have knowledge about ancient civilizations like Atlantis and Lemuria. And that left me curious on how can we communicate with a dolphin? In every image that I have seen a dolphin communicate, they use their foreheads. Yeah, like their third eye. And the form of communication that they're using is called ultrasound. Guess who else uses ultrasound to communicate? Isn't that how babies communicate, through ultrasound?
No.
And then look at this.
But
Dolphins stimulate brain growth in babies. And see, the scientists in Peru say the squeals and squeaks in dolphins may stimulate the brain in an unborn child. In one aquarium, let their babies line up to communicate with dolphins because it stimulates the brain growth in babies. Now y'all are kind of getting the gist on why they don't want us to communicate with dolphins. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
Answer why they don't want us to communicate with dolphins, but they don't want you to know that you have the ability to fucking communicate with dolphins, or that dolphins more or less are fucking ultra intelligent and can fucking telepathically communicate with us.
They don't want you to know about all the powers that you have, like legitimately.
Honestly, we were talked about that a little bit backstage, and I honestly feel like so let's cut out any, Book of Enoch shit. Let's cut out any of the breeding with us, and like just go with just purely extraterrestrial aliens on a journey and happen to come across us. Why would they be interested in us, as fucking monkeys and shit like that? I think it would be because of our ability to fucking do that, right? Because of our ability to psychically or telepathically communicate with each other as a species. Like, I don't know, man. I always go back to like how your DMT trip with that one, how you said, like, it's like a giant mycelium network.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking communicate with each other through that network and shit. And I think that's why aliens have such an interest in us, is because I don't think that theirs is the same way. Like, I honestly don't think that their communication is the same way, that it's just like me and you talking right now, and they just do that, but it's not a fucking spiritual thing. I don't think they can achieve spirituality like we can.
So
outer body experiences and shit like that. I don't think they can do that kind of travel. They can only physically fucking travel through space and shit like that. They can't fucking sit here and fucking meditate and shit or something like that. But
I think if we take out, like you said, the Book of Enoch and the Anunnaki, and if we take out all of that shit and like we don't know about that, there would only be like realistically two reasons why aliens would visit us, right? One would be destruction. That would be literally it.
They show a lot of videos of us being saved. Or apparently really interested in that nuclear power.
Right. I think it's either destruction or like slavery. They would use us for something. Or honestly, I think it would just be destruction because like if aliens are capable of vast travel like that, then they've already like transcended. What would they need us for?
They don't. They need our resources. So
yes,
that also goes back into the Book of Enoch and the fucking Anunnaki and the original reasons that wanted us to breed is to fucking use us as a slave to mine the gold that they could use for I can't remember what this shit. No, this is ancient monkey shit.
Please explain this.
Oh shit.
Boy, look at it jump. There's the contacts. Tradesmen will agree. How the did they cut this?
Now that does look like the same shape as like a Milwaukee battery or some shit. More or less like a Makita, but
it's one of them ones you snap in.
Yeah.
How the they weld metal onto a rock? Where's the oops? Where's the mistake? There's nothing in here to make energy. Where's it coming from? I break contact, it goes away.
Todo está codificado, son simbolismos de energía.
Where's the energy coming from? This is a solid stone. Energy is being pulled out of the ambient environment. This is an MDF table that is sitting on vinyl flooring. This is not connected to ground. Boy, you could really study these things for a long time.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that's out loud.
¿Cuántos años tú piensas que este tiene?
4,000 años.
¿De quema para las fechas?
Sí, de 4,000 a 1,250 años. Es pretolteca. Algo estuvo ahí antes de los toltecas.
Doesn't mean that this is that old. It was somebody else who might have inhabited the site after this was made. And the workmanship, show me where the tool marks are. Show me where they cut it. Where's the oops? Where's the mistake? What tool did they make it with? It's still covered in dirt.
Genéticamente hemos sido modificados. Tienen 4 dedos.
¿Tú piensas que este es la insignia?
They did an X-ray of these. Of this little thing right here.
¿De humanos?
Sí, ellos son los que nos han estado manipulando genéticamente. Hay mucha coincidencia con la simbología también egipcia. Es como simuláramos un macrochip. Es energía que está en la Pachamama.
It looks like it has one giant eyeball, like on that side.
La
Like
tierra,
an all-seeing
que nos están
eye.
enseñando ellos a manipular o a trabajar la energía de la tierra, no
Which the way
energía
he was
artificial
saying.
como hemos estado destruyendo nosotros el planeta.
There's
like no subtitles or nothing.
the contacts. How the fuck did they weld metal onto a rock?
I understood that though. How the fuck?
There's orbs absolutely everywhere.
Manejan la
That is fucking
energía
pretty though.
y manejan la
Fucking fire.
dimensión.
We're about to test.
And it does look like a fucking alien, bro. Like that little angle of that right there. That looks like a fucking alien right there. Does it not? I just noticed that when we were watching that. Like that looked like one of the little fucking aliens that was chilling inside dude's head at the beginning of Men in Black.
Damn, J-Herm said I heard that these were planted by locals in the wild so the tourists would find them and go crazy about them.
Well, at least you know how to
Damn.
make some money, AJ.
Yeah, that's a tourist attraction right there.
Exactly. Let me know. Just don't make sure it's like Not at anywhere near 4 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Oh, hey, by the way, speaking of dolphins,
Yeah.
A group or a pod
Yeah.
are kidnapping grown-ass men and making them go underwater to build their underwater cities and structures. At this point, I'm not even surprised. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in Lee County, Florida, yes, Florida, a grown-ass man was found on the beach by authorities soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused is what the statement says. But the weird part was he was drawing these detailed diagrams in the sand when the authorities showed up. But that's not even the best part of the story. He claims that when he was out swimming, a pod of dolphins came and kidnapped him.
So much better than.
But they didn't kidnap him for like a ransom.
Yeah,
It's a great story.
The official story is now.
Or anything. No, they kidnapped him and they took him 40 feet underwater to force him to build their underwater city. Now, if you're anything like me, I'm sure your first thought is, well, how did he breathe? And here's the answer. He claims in the statement that there was a head dolphin, an alpha dolphin, and this dolphin's name was Gerald. And Gerald was communicating to him through clicks and telekinesis, and also helping him breathe underwater. Gerald was helping him breathe underwater by a bubble-like system. Gerald sounds pretty cool. I bet you thought this story couldn't get any crazier. I've got your crazy. He claims he was down there for 3 days helping them build their underwater city. 3 days.
3 whole days.
And after those 3 days were up, he claims that they told him that they were satisfied with his work. So they took him back to the surface. But they told him, we'll be back. We'll be back for you for phase 2. I'm sure if you're still here watching the video, you're like, oh, he was most likely on or drunk. And that was what I thought. But when he got to the hospital and they ran all the tests, this is what's absolutely nuts. Yes, he was dehydrated, but there were no alcohol in his system, and there were no head contusions or blunt forces to the head or any signs of any kind of mental illnesses. They did find marine particles and seawater in his lungs that indicated that he had been at a deep underwater level for a long time without any lung damage. Now, if you're wondering, why him? Why did they choose him?
Why him?
It's because, and he says this in his statement, they chose him because he has a master's degree in aerospace engineering and is extremely knowledgeable in underwater technology.
Yeah.
And that's the reason Gerald chose him. And I'm not going to lie, I believe him. I've always heard that it's illegal to communicate with dolphins, but what on earth do you call it when they kidnap you to go build their underwater cities?
Right. Now, the county that article, that mugshot is released under, said they did not arrest that dude at all, and that there was no that was not a actual thing. But I mean, let's be real, who fucking really knows? Of course, they don't want us to know that.
Right? They don't want us to know that.
Building underwater city. A-Mart's on Instagram said aliens want our wood. No joke. Trees are non-existent in most of the universe. They need it to build, which reminds me of like another one though, where they're talking about like a lot of these mountains, these weird mountains, you know what I mean, don't really look like other mountains and shit, are actually ancient trees that were cut down and shit.
Like the devil's table or whatever it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like it was just like fucking used to be a tree or some shit.
And it's precisely just fucking like a flat top.
Right.
Yep.
It looked weird as fuck. It looks about as weird as the fucking India's moon landing footage, bro.
Oh, that's real, dude.
Dude, I mean, it looks weird, really weird.
And now we are approaching the moon surface.
The moon surface? Hold on a second. Is this a moon landing or a demo of the new Galaga? I'm not quite sure I'm understanding the premise here.
India has become now the 4th country to land a spacecraft on the moon.
This was a moon landing? Looks more like gameplay footage from Blast Corps on Nintendo 64 to me.
People are applauding.
I don't know. Something's fishy here. Who even waves a flag like this? Guy's sitting there acting like a ventriloquist dummy. There's got to
happy. Leave him alone.
Back. This is not a natural human demeanor.
the West is back to playing its old games, discrediting India's achievements and questioning India's motives.
Oh, you're shocked people are questioning this? Look at this thing. You don't have questions?
It is the world's first to land on the moon's south pole. This is a fact.
Oh, is it? Hey, look, here's me going to the moon. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, this is actual footage. I'm sure you don't have any questions about this either, right? Look, if you're going to pass off GameCube footage as space exploration, why wouldn't you use the PS5? The graphics are much more believable. All jokes aside, look, if this is supposed to be some sort of animated representation of what's happening,
I hope.
Fine, I get it. What I don't get is, we could live stream the 69 moon landing, yet in 2023, the only way we can see what's happening up there is through a screen capture of someone playing a hacked Atari game, and you can't fathom why people have questions?
Very first pictures are emerging from India's rover.
Give me a break. Where's the real footage? You could buy a GoPro for $50. There's no excuse here. Look, my message to India is this. Do it again. Do it the right way. You blew it.
We can all aspire for the.
Yes, Diesel. No one ever asked who's filming that shit out there. The film crew was the first to land. Yep. Just like, you know why we haven't been to the moon since then? You know what the official story is?
What?
We've lost all of the documents and blah 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 on how to do it.
Yeah. A lot of the shit was destroyed or whatever they say.
Or lost in transition from administration to administration.
Right.
How is that something we just misplace?
The only way that would be possible is if we actually did use the Nazis' fucking scientists, and then they took all the technology back with them when they fucking died or left, or
and when they went to Argentina.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good point. That's a good point.
That'd be the only way that we wouldn't be able to do it again, is because the scientists that made it possible then were the evil motherfuckers that are somewhere else. But I was talking about this earlier, and even Joe Rogan episode I was watching actually brought it up with the moon. And like, I was kind of surprised how many people don't know the NASA's explanation for how the moon formed, which was, it was formed by us being hit by another fucking planet and then causing it to chunk off into melting lava basically, and fucking form together to make this giant lava rock that floats in our fucking orbit. And then I was thinking about it, man, because we played the one video where NASA supposedly dropped something back onto the moon and recorded the seismic graphs. And ring back out hollow, and they're like, why the fuck would it ring back out hollow? But if it was a lava rock, that would explain why the fuck it would be kind of hollow like that, you know what I mean, blah blah blah. But yeah, it was a second sun for a while. That also would make sense too, right? Because there was even times where they were talking about where there was no sun in the fucking sky. Maybe we made the second sun. The first moon was the real sun, and it burned out already.
And it's just burning too hot. And that's why we're trying to fucking dampen it down.
Dude, that shit's crazy to think about. Now we're making some new ones tonight, bro. We're making our own. This one was interesting.
This one
already ended, and it actually happens every Tuesday at 4:12 a.m. And the creepy part, millions of people swear they felt it. It's called the Tuesday reset theory, and once you hear this, you'll start noticing it too. The idea is simple but terrifying. Every Tuesday morning at exactly 4:12 a.m., reality shuts down. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, literally. Everything, time, consciousness, even physical laws, rewind just enough to keep the simulation stable. You don't feel it because you're not supposed to, but some people wake up early enough to catch the glitch. Like the guy who said he woke up at 4:10 and watched the moon jump a few inches to the left instantly. Or the woman who said her entire house made a low humming sound right before everything went silent, like someone hit the mute button on the universe. And here's the weirdest part. People all over the world report the same thing on Tuesdays. Birds go quiet, clocks freeze for exactly 1 second, and the air feels thick, like it's holding its breath. Researchers who've looked into it noticed something even stranger. Global data spikes on Tuesday mornings. Servers reboot, security cameras glitch, GPS systems drift by a few feet. Nobody has an explanation, but it always happens around 4:12 a.m. So pretty much the world ends every Tuesday, but the simulation reloads us into the closest stable version of reality. That's why things fell off lately.
But it's kind of going back to the we all died in 2012 theory too. And we just reset every day. So going back to Instagram real quick, Amart said, like, after, you know, saying aliens want our woods, he said water is available all over the universe, but wood is the real rare item. And then we were talking about NASA and shit and all the lost technologies and shit, he also brought up a good point about fucking their cameras also didn't have radiation protection, and they even admit so themselves, so they shouldn't have, their cameras shouldn't have even worked.
Hey, we're just asking questions here.
Right. Yeah, there's this good ass video. Doing more than asking questions, demanding answers.
Video here. This is STS-48 from, I believe, 1991. It was
So this is a video featuring AJ Giles from the Y Files.
played on the Larry King Show.
Oh, yeah.
Among many others.
I think he was on somebody.
And I've debated this, argued this with, you know, with NASA guys, and won every time. And this is.
I don't like NASA.
But this is not being discussed. And I don't think the people on the committee even know this video exists.
Don't really trust any of their explanations.
This is STS-48, 1991, over Australia. This is the air glow layer of the Earth, top right there. This is the hard horizon of the Earth.
Okay.
These objects, some of them are stars in the background. Some of them are.
No, this is not the moon. This is the Earth. We just have a really tall pole that we've, you know, erected with a camera on top of that pole. That goes. It's like a giant GoPro with, you know, extended, like that goes out into our atmosphere. Now I want to know what the explanation is for this camera footage. This angle, is this a satellite or what?
Maybe ice crystals tumbling. This, I don't know what exactly this is. It's like some sort of mark on there, but
that looks like a smudge.
If you, it's not a smudge, it's a light.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Not, it's something. Yeah, I mean, I've looked at it. So if you notice down below in the dark part of the Earth, this is at night. It's moving into the sunrise. The shuttle is moving into the sunrise. Notice there are objects that are moving around down there.
What are those flashes of light we're seeing on the?
That's a lot. That's lightning.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because the next video I'm going to show you, it's pretty interesting stuff. Now, if you watch the center of the screen, right about in here, in a couple minutes, you're going to see an object. And that object is going to pop right up over the physical horizon.
I think
okay.
Right
and then it's going to move to the left. And then something's going to happen.
After his shit freezes up. There it is. Right there.
So there it pops up, flies along.
Yep.
Right over the horizon. And then
I see it.
bang.
Wow.
One shot fired, two shots fired.
Wow.
45-degree turn.
Yeah,
instantly.
Freaks are what they were.
Into space.
Into space.
So this is not an aircraft reflection. That it flew into space.
Yep.
And what did we see? Were those launches?
Well, let's talk about that. Let's catch it. So it pops up over the physical horizon.
Yep.
It had to be, and people have done calculations on this before. It has to be about as big as the space shuttle to even be visible. It pops up over the horizon. It flies along.
Shuttle, so it has to be as big as that fucking thing. That I mean, obviously they'd be building
The horizon, the physical horizon of the Earth. The flash goes off. That's what. Come on, baby. Flies along the physical horizon, and it's traveling at several thousand miles per hour, apparently in the atmosphere.
Right. I mean, it must be. We see the curvature of the Earth.
Yep. Sorry for you flat earthers there. And then bang, it turns, it accelerates, it goes through the air glow layer. One thing, two things.
It is weird footage for sure. Whatever we are looking at in that. But I think one of the theories about that video, and going back to what you were talking about with why aliens would come, right, is the nuclear, right? Like maybe at whatever point in time that was, there was something that was about to happen. Maybe one of the nuclear power plants was about to explode or whatever the fuck happened, and they came in and intervened. Maybe somebody was about to fucking launch something and they intervened. I don't know. It says they are highly interested in that source of power, nuclear, or the fact that we are going to destroy ourselves with it, should I say?
That's it. I believe that's it. Every time something along these lines. So nukes weren't really, aliens weren't that prevalent around until, we started using, or until we used our first nuclear bomb. When we used our first nuclear bomb is when a lot of UFO and USO things started to pop off even more. So what I seen is kind of like what you just said, is I think that they're trying to stop us from using nuclear because it's bad, but it's good. If that makes sense. Like, it's bad and shouldn't be weaponized, but it's good for energy and shit like that.
No, yeah. We had that discussion one time when we were on one of our road trips and shit. We passed by that one nuclear power plant, and I was sitting there like, man, I don't know why, but just driving by, being in the perimeter is like so ominous to me. It feels so fucking weird. And then you're like, I don't know why, man. You know what I mean? I feel perfectly fucking safe right now. It ain't nothing wrong, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because you're right. It is a clean source of energy and everything like that. But
it's really good. It's a really good source of energy.
When they're putting in, in weaponry and shit, is it bad? But, and like you said, like kept clean and shit. It kept up with the, if you keep up with the, I remember one of the not Chernobyl, but another power plant that leaked out was because the employees were overriding one of the fucking safety features,
the safety protocols. Yep.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, if we just push all the buttons, it opens up. We don't need anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Diesel talk about free energy. I mean, we've talked about that a little bit. But like when it comes to do you know how nuclear energy is made and like harvested? They take uranium and then plutonium or whatever it is, and they put them as close as they can without actually touching. Yeah, without actually touching, and they fill that area with water to help cool it down, because like it'll start to melt concrete and shit. And if it starts to melt concrete, that's what they call the meltdown, and that's when it fucking those two actually, if they touch, they release the energy, which blows up, kind of like what your background's doing.
Yeah. I done fucked it up. What happened? What the fuck?
Damn, aliens.
Oh.
It was the aliens.
Getting shut down.
Mm-hmm. We're talking too much.
putting some, you guys see too much behind the scenes. It was supposed to be ominous with all that shit going on, but now you just kind of know my secrets.
Oh,
They need to be plugged into something a little bit better. Oh man. So yeah, like fucking. I think I got 2 more videos.
I ran through all my tabs.
Yeah. I got another old one that it's been saved on here forever, and I probably won't delete it, even though we probably already played it in the last, what would you call this, compilation.
Yeah.
I think this video is fucking crazy, bro.
Oh God. There's no audio.
I don't think there is. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I just scrolled how much?
Millions and millions of processors in each one of those. Is crazy.
There's no fucking way, bro. Like he said, there's no way we built that. The only way that is possible is some Rick and Morty shit where they go inside the battery and there's a whole ass universe inside the battery, and then they have a battery that's inside of the universe. That's what that fucking chip is, bro. You can't convince me otherwise. Some more alien footage. Oh God, where'd it go?
Down there is a helicopter. I want y'all to check out this UFO that
Hell yeah.
final court. Ain't even mean to do it. Now that white dot down there is a helicopter. But y'all check out this flat disc is about to fly past. Look at that. Now I slowed it down to slow motion. Now remember that white dot is just a helicopter. You're about to see a classic disc-shaped UFO fly by. Look at this.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
AI. That's AI.
Probably. He did it himself. All right, we're going to end it out with 4 conspiracy theories that were proven to be true.
Oh.
Because, like, we restarted it. We need some new ones because all the old ones are like, that's probably why we were coming up with new ones, because all the old ones, turning out to be fucking true.
And then the ones we come up with are going to be true too.
Yeah, we were up 47-0.
4 conspiracy theories that were proven to be true. 1. Operation Northwoods was a plan to commit terrorist attacks on American citizens.
Oh, yes.
Invading. The Joint Chiefs of Staff proposed bombing U.S. cities, sinking boats full of refugees, and staging fake attacks to create public support for war. President Kennedy rejected it in 1962, but the documents
and then got shot.
Weren't declassified until 1997. 2. Operation Mockingbird was the CIA secretly paying journalists and media companies to publish propaganda and influence public opinion. They had assets at major newspapers, magazines, and TV networks spreading government-approved narratives while censoring stories that made them look bad. 3. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment let black men die from untreated syphilis for 40 years to study the progression, while telling them they were receiving free health care, proving the government conducted racist medical experiments on its own citizens. 4. MK Ultra was a secret mind control program where the CIA
that they used to fucking kill JFK with.
CIA dosed thousands of Americans with LSD and other drugs without their consent. From 1953 to 1973, they experimented,
or at least created the scapegoats for these incidences, should I say. So another one that I do believe that MK Ultra was responsible for is the Aurora, Colorado shooting. the movie theater shooting for the Batman Joker movie. Which one was that? The one with Heath Ledger and shit. Was that the Dark Knight series? Oh, you're muted. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it is Dark Knight.
Yeah. So, do you remember that case at all?
I remember the guy. Yeah. Cool. Project Artichoke is a good one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, James Holmes was dude's name. Let me get it all.
Not saying go do your own deep dives on these subjects, but go do your own research on these. Yes, that's right. That's right, Emirates. It's all pulled together with the New World Order. But we're trying to come up with a new world order right now, you know?
Right.
The liberal world order.
I don't know if this is a good video or not. That's the problem about not knowing, seeing it beforehand. You know what I mean? We're going to be watching this together. Wherever it is.
And video revealed convicted Aurora theater shooter James Holmes wanted to blow up or shoot people and become famous since he wasn't going to make a mark in science.
So what is my priority?
Prosecutors released video of Holmes in the hours after the shooting.
There wasn't any children hurt.
As well as letters from supporters, mostly women, and pictures of young women pinned up in his jail cell that deputies say came in some of those letters. The material Holmes to campus police officer Lynn Winton.
She said that he had expressed to her constant homicidal thoughts.
These photos right
He
here.
had made comments to her.
That they would show
I
those
want to
photos.
kill as many people as possible.
Whitney ran background checks, but with a clean criminal record, she didn't have grounds to arrest Holmes.
I asked her.
Yeah, I think he was abducted, bro, and gave a bunch of LSD too. There was like a lot with that one, bro, because like with him, like something that he was studying in college and shit. You know how it goes. He was in some kind of field. Yeah, he came too close to somebody that was like, we can use him.
Oh.
And then they fucking let him shoot up the fucking movie theater and created this mass panic. Had him dress up like the Joker and shit and shoot up the fucking movie theater. He was definitely MK Ultra, I'd say. Another one that I followed a lot, bro, was the hotel. The country music festival.
Yeah.
One. There's something fishy about that case, bro. There's definitely something that we don't know.
That one is one that you should definitely go deep dive into because there's a lot of things that are wrong.
More than one shooter in that. Just
Well,
like
I
JFK,
mean,
fucking dude, there's definitely more than one shooter in the JFK. Fucking Oswald didn't do it himself. He might have been the one that shot him in the neck, but we all know you ain't the one that shot him in the head.
all I'm gonna say about this subject is JFK was the last person who said no to the military-industrial complex. That's all I'm saying about that subject. Go look into it. Go look what he was saying no to.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna tell you everything you need to know. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier too.
Yeah, the driver definitely, Jay Sledge, the driver definitely did this whole little number. Because the whole video, in my opinion, was the JFK video, okay, right? So he gets shot in the neck, she's sitting there holding him, Jackie, right? Jackie Kennedy sitting there holding him, pulling him close. And then all of a sudden, you watch the driver, comes another shot straight to the head, flash near fucking JFK's head. And then after that point, Jackie is climbing out the back of, like, trying to get off of the trunk to that serviceman that was behind there, trying to get as far away from the driver as possibly can, bro. That's all the evidence I need.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah. It's obviously there's more and more footage coming out now, and like they're allowing it, or more people is accepting the footage as being actually something.
See, I'm not too all familiar with that rabbit hole of the JFK assassination, but I do know what led up to be him being assassinated. So
see, you know that part. I know the after part. So together we're good.
Yeah, we got both sides.
The after part's definitely fucked up with the all like his, obviously he was up at the book depository and like he had this certain angle and shit, and they're like the fucking for him to hit that shot with that angle, all that shit is crazy, blah 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 blah. And yeah.
Well, I mean,
Mandela effect just in by Diesel. JFK's car has 4 seats back then, now it has 6.
It was a limo, wasn't it?
It's
no,
like
it was a town car. It was a town car.
It's a limousine type town car with a fucking convertible.
And that seat swivels.
That trunk is huge because that bitch was laying down across that trunk and still reaching out. Oh, there was 4 people in it. Now there's 6.
There was the 2 Secret Service agents up front, Jackie and fucking JFK.
Yeah. There was 4, and then the 5th one was walking behind him. In my head, watching the footage in my head, we're not even going to pull it up, Diesel. We're not even going to pull it up. This is just what we're looking at. And now there's
2 in the middle.
That's crazy. Justin.
Damn, Herm.
Jay went to the fucking book depository where it happened 12 years ago.
There was also a big story about Oswald himself. You know,
that he was an MK Ultra fucking.
Yep, and he deferred to Russia, and he spent some years in Russia, and this and that, and this and that. All I know is our good Democratic President John F. Kennedy was the last person to try to say no to the military-industrial complex, to try to usher in World War III, and we've seen what happened to him.
Right.
Unfortunate. And his family. They have 3 names, Lee Avery Oswald. Really? Are they all 33rd fucking Freemasons too?
Yeah.
The video they show now has 6 seats. Get out of here.
Fuck out of here. Just then, man, we're making our own theories and our own Mandela effects tonight. Well, not really making.
Nah, dude.
We're hearing about it for the first time. That's insane. Because look, bro, they said they were going to release the files, right? They said they were going to release some of these files. Now here we go. Now there's fucking 6 seats, 6 fucking people because they did some AI shit to this. So the Oklahoma City bombing was crazy for me too because I was in Oklahoma City at that time. I remember seeing that building, man, coming to Ohio. Like when we passed that shit, they still had tarps of it, you know what I mean? And half of the building was still missing.
Whoa.
Yeah, Timothy McVeigh. All MK Ultra as well.
Well, it's a Zapruder film, right?
What?
What's the actual video?
Fuck. The JFK video. Have Herm send it. Herm, can you send that in the fucking group chat?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Because there's different ones. Like I said, there's like newer, like there's ones that you can clearly see that dude's hand, bro. The driver.
This is no way. This is no way. This is no way. What? What?
Telling you, bro. Jesus is black. Ronald Reagan is the devil. And
There were 6 seats in the JFK van.
yeah, exactly.
Just so we're all clear, right? We're all on the same page. Everybody remembers the footage growing up.
Bro, I remember 4, the 2 drivers, 2 empty in the middle, and then them 2 in the back.
Jackie and John.
Yeah.
And then the driver and the other Secret Service agent up front.
Well, that's 2. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I remember seeing all of these years is
like
4 people in the car total.
Yeah, yeah. With not 4 seats, because like I remember them not being. I would assume there was 2 more seats across from them because that's just like I would assume that's just the way it worked. You know what I mean? But there was nobody sitting there across from them. So now you're telling me there's people sitting across from them.
What?
Can you pull it up?
Yep, I got you. We'll put it in large screen.
Yeah.
This is from military.com.
This is the shit that was supposedly
JFK assassination remastered.
This is like some Disclosure Act shit right here. There you got shot in the neck, right? Now Jackie's pulling him close. Bam. Now you got shot in the head. Now she's getting on the back, getting the fuck away. And there is more people in the fucking car. But granted, this is the best footage I've seen yet, too. So, like, our original footage from down on the street is crazy. Okay, bam. He just got shot in the neck. She realizes something's wrong. Bam! Fuck, bro. There's no way. Tell me. And she freaked the fuck out, dude, when he got shot in the head. Now watch the driver.
I don't know if I believe that driver.
Or the driver's passenger, whatever the fuck.
I mean, something had to happen, like you said, because you see the driver turn around and look like, "Are you all right?" And then, like, you see I'm gonna say second shot come in.
Second shot, definitely from inside the car.
So you're saying he got hit? You're saying he got hit like back here?
All right, right. Okay, play it.
Right there.
Yep.
You can almost see it.
Yeah, yeah. Because
and then they're looking back and seeing if he's all right.
She notices something. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That looked. Oh God. Ugh.
I know it's hard to fucking not watch his head, but
fuck.
Yeah, I think it was. He does like this fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's a hell of a shot for sure.
Jesus.
But yeah, I mean the fact that her dress is still on display. And I think it's on display or something, like because there was a whole thing where it was like somebody said, "Oh, they're going to give her the dress again and we're finally release it," blah blah blah, but they're not. She's just allowed to go see it whenever she wants. The daughter, not obviously not fucking Jackie, but the daughter of Jackie Kennedy or whatever.
I don't know. That's crazy. Crazy work. It looks like I know what I'm fucking watching to go to sleep tonight too. That's crazy work too. That's wild. I haven't heard that one.
I wouldn't be surprised with the things that they are capable of.
Yeah, especially with the Bushes.
Yeah, that family's nuts. But
George Bush
we're
did.
at an hour and 30 minutes.
Hey, old ass shirt. Look at that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Old. Really?
George H.W. Bush served as director of Central Intelligence during the CIA from January. So, yeah, he probably...
Sledge, you got a point, dog. Barbara Bush was a man. Promise you, Barbara Bush was a man. Go look it up.
Right. George Bush is the grandson of Aleister Crowley.
Gas. More devil worship. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, that whole song, dude. We'll end it out with that. We're playing it. Fuck it. We're playing some.
Crowley does look like Joe Rogan. And that's funny that you mentioned that. He's also got the #1 podcast in the world. And I'm pretty sure you know that they like to say that radio and shit is spellcasting.
Yeah. It all is, dude. It's all witchcraft. I'm sorry. It's fucking
Look at
Christianity's witchcraft too. It all is, bro.
And Taylor Swift is Antoine Levette's wife. You know who I'm talking about?
Taylor Swift, what?
You know who Anton Levette is, right? The Satanist guy?
No.
The famous Satanist guy? You've never heard him?
I mean, I think so. It sounded familiar. Maybe if I seen him, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. That mofo.
Anton LaVey, that's it.
He wrote the Satanic Bible. Okay.
Yes, Anton LaVey. Yeah, it's his wife. Where's his wife? Spouse. Here she is. Oh, I can't click on her name. Why won't you let me click on her name? It's Google searcher.
Yeah. I will.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Where's it? There she is. Hang on. What?
See, we all know the real Satanists aren't evil, though.
Here she is. Look.
Just the people that want to be extreme about it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And there's theory that is Anton LaVey's wife come back as Taylor Swift. And that's why everybody's so Swifty crazy and blah, 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 blah.
I see the resemblance for sure.
There's better pictures. You just got to find it.
I definitely see the resemblance.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it does not. I would not put it past them.
Ugh.
I'll play this.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
Everybody is slaves, only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my lair. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they shade sign on me, they just spray it proudly. George Bush, the grandson of Alistair Crowley. They want you to believe a lot of the enemy Saudi. The enemy ain't Saudi, the enemy around me. It's fluoride in the water, but nobody know that. It's also a prominent ingredient in Prozac. For real? How could any government bestow that upon people who believe in political throwback? That's not all that I'm here to present you. I know about the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah, about the Vatican assassins and how they will get you, and how they clone Barack Hussein Obama in a test tube.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power, and you know that that's the information that they suppress and devour. Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into action an hour? The same ones that invaded your own, the ones that never told you about the skeletons on the moon. Yeah, the ones that poison all the food you consume, the ones that never told you about the Mount Vesuvius tombs. The bird flu is a lie, the swan flu is a lie. Why would that even come as a surprise? Yeah, the biggest guys was your laws made you die. It caused cancer and it cost a lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove? How the world leaders sacrificing children in robes? Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
If you can persuade them that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you got them. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
Hey, whoop whoop, motherfuckers. Or as I would say in Spanish, whoop whoop, hijo de puta. This is Saganumo sending mucho amor to the Thuggalo Show. They fucking rock and you fucking know it. So don't act like you don't know, motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Hey, shout out Thuggalo Show in this bitch. Every fucking city Thuggalo Show represent. Free Will in the bitch. Darby in the bitch. Shout out Thuggalo Show. Love you motherfuckers for real, bro.
Hey, this is Ouija Mac, the ugliest juggalo that ever fucked your bitch. Tune into the Thuggalo podcast or you ain't shit, ho.